Welcome back, third grade scientists. Today, I'm going to share with you some STEM challenges that you can work on this summer. During those dog days of summer, when you're looking for something fun to do, here are some fun, super easy challenges that you can do with a friend or a buddy. So let's go exploring. Are you excited for summer vacation? I know I am. Here in this presentation, I have two super easy challenges to share with you to keep you busy this summer. Each one has a small number of materials that you'll need to gather, and they're likely things you already have at home. The other fun thing about these challenges is that you can do them over and over and over again. And each time you do them, you'll get better and better at them. So let's go. Before we dive into the challenges, I want to remind you about the engineering and design process because you will be applying it to these STEM challenges. First, remember that all good engineers start by asking themselves, what is the problem and what have others done? So identifying the problem you're looking to solve. Then imagining the solutions and choosing what you think is the best idea. Then making a plan and deciding what materials you're going to use, building your design and testing it out, and finally evaluating this test and thinking, how can I improve it? How can I make my design better and try it again? You can apply this engineering and design process to both of these fun STEM challenges we're going to go over today. Our first one is called foil towers. To do this challenge, you will need a roll of aluminum foil, not too big of a roll, not a giant roll, maybe even just one you could possibly get in the dollar store, the smallest box roll of aluminum foil that you can get, and some strong tape like masking tape, or I'm going to use this strong clear tape. The challenge is who can build the tallest tower. So this STEM challenge is fun to do as a competition with a buddy or even a few buddies and friends at once to see who can use those very two simple materials and build the tallest tower. The criteria for the challenge or constraints of this challenge are that you can only use one box of tinfoil, so you should all have the same size box. And your goal is to build the tallest tower possible using the box of tinfoil. Your tower has to be freestanding, meaning it can't be leaning against anything or have anything holding it up. And it should be constructed on a flat surface, like a desk or a table. There are many ways, different ways to complete this challenge, so be creative and apply that engineering and design process over and over again to see if you can keep improving the design of your tower. What you're going to do is take your box of aluminum foil and start tearing off sheets. And this is where the challenge comes in. You have to decide how thick, how thin, how large, how small you want your sheets to be, and what shape you'll bend them into. As you start constructing, what you may want to do and what you may want to use the tape for is just to attach and secure the base of your tower to the flat surface. So maybe just tear off a small piece of the tape to start attaching your base, just so it sticks to the surface and doesn't fall over. But that's the only other material you may use. The rest of it has to be freestanding. And the challenge is, how will you engineer and design this tower to make it be the tallest with just that one box of tinfoil? Measure and see who is able to engineer the tallest tower. Remember, the fun thing about this challenge is you could do it every day. You can do it over and over and over again, apply the engineering and design process, and keep reimagining your design. Our next STEM challenge, super easy, is called Hoop Flyers. That sounds like fun. To do this challenge, you will need drinking straws. You really just need one. Again, some strong tape like masking tape, and a sheet of colorful paper. The challenge is to design a hoop flyer that can fly the farthest. So how far can your hoop flyer go? Again, this is another fun STEM challenge to do with a buddy so that you can race your flyers and measure the distance and see who has engineered the best hoop flyer to go the furthest distance. What you want to do is cut 2 strips of that colored paper. Here's where the engineering and design process comes in. You're going to find out that the width of your paper, how long you cut your paper is going to change how far your hoop flyer can go. So I'm just starting out with what I think are 2 basic strips. I want to see how it goes with this. But when I apply the engineering and design process, I may change the size and the width of my paper to see if that changes how far the flyer can go. What you're going to do with your strip is take it and you want to form a hoop. So you're going to wrap it around to form a circle, and that's where the tape comes in. You're going to tape them to form 2 hoops or 2 circles. Again, the engineering and design process. You have to decide, are you going to make 2 of the same size hoops? Will it change how far they can go if you make one larger and one smaller? All part of that engineering process. For now, for my first flyer, I'm going to try to make 2 hoops that are about the same size. That to me seems like a balance that will help my flyer to go the furthest. But maybe when I test it out, I could be wrong. So I'm making 2 about the same size. And then what you want to do is take your drinking straw and just tape it inside each of the hoops. I'm going to take a little piece of tape, put the straw inside the hoop, and just tape the ends of the straw. Tape each paper hoop to each end of your straw. Deciding where you're going to tape it is also part of the process. I'm just going to do what I think is a most basic design and see how that goes, and then keep changing it up. So maybe you want to have a few straws available, a few pieces of paper, so you can create a few of them and see which design works the best. Then you're going to launch your flyer. You're going to stand at one spot, the same as your buddy, and you're going to launch your flyers from the same spot and see how far it can travel, see whose goes the furthest. The challenge is to experiment with different size hoops and different size straws. Maybe you want to cut the straw to make it longer to see if you can increase the distance of the flight. This is a fun challenge to do with a friend, and another one of those challenges that you can do any day and keep retrying it over and over again. Don't forget to have fun and be creative. And I wish you all a wonderful summer vacation. Keep learning and growing, third grade scientists.